Hi, my name's Max, and today I'm going to talk to you about some quantum mechanics. Now, if you watched one of my previous videos, you heard me talk about superposition, which, while it's a really fun and great concept, it's not my favorite. When it comes to quantum mechanics, my absolute favorite has to be many worlds theory. And that's because there are so many interpretations and directions you can go with it that it truly limits you only to your mind. But what is many worlds? Well, allow me to start with a controversial statement. You're not the only version of yourself. You're not even close to it. You're one of an infinite number of yous. Now, if you're confused what I'm saying, allow me to explain a little. You see, at some point in your life, I guarantee, you picked up a coin. And when you tossed that coin in the air, it landed on heads or it landed on tails. If you watched my superposition video, you'll know that until it landed, though, when you tossed it, it was both heads and tails. There was a universe where it was heads, a universe where it was tails, and because both are equally possible, they're both equally real. 50-50 goes two directions. Now, one of those directions, it lands heads. And you're happy because you bet on heads. And I'm sure this has happened at some point in your life. So this could be that you. Or it goes in the direction of tails and you're not happy because you bet on heads. We'll draw a sad guy. So heads and tails at the same time, but in the end, heads or tails. That seems pretty easy to accept. But let's say now that coin has landed and it's heads. There's no more tails, coin was heads. Well, wait a second. Remember earlier we said it was 50-50, right? There was a universe where it was heads and a universe where it was tails? Well, I meant that literally. There's quite literally a separate universe right there. Because the possibility for tails is a universe, and that me is equally real. That sad me who lost the bet is equally real because that had equally as much chance as happening. It just didn't happen in our universe. This me is very happy. This me right here, the real me, because it landed on heads and I won. But is that me any less real, any less me? Quantum mechanics tells us no. So maybe you're thinking, I should try to reach out to him. Send him a little message, maybe like send him the stuff I want from the bet, make it up. Well, can't do that, turns out. They're completely unreachable. Now, why is that? Well, think about it like this. Our universe runs in a line. Now, the dimension of the line is obviously space-time. We'll put our start here, Big Bang. And that's us right now. Now, that coin flip, let's say, happened right around here, and I'm obviously exaggerating the time scale. Now this view is the same, but because there's that possibility, there's also another universe right there. But I'm sure it's not the only time you flipped a coin in your life. You maybe flipped one there. And well, I'm sure other people have flipped them throughout history, so we'll add one there, there, there. You get the point. And now, oh wait, that's just people flipping coins. What if we factor in, what if these two stars hadn't collided towards the very start and made all the matter we have today? Or what if this black hole didn't form and this galaxy didn't form? What if the Milky Way didn't form and there's no Milky Way? What if there's no Earth and no Earth happens? So many infinite worlds. But notice how they're all parallel once you get to the top, where we are right now. Parallel lines never intersect. They have no way of knowing the other exists. And because it's not like we can just open a gap between these two, make a bridge into another timeline, because that technology just, where would you even start? it's unreachable. So, other me is unreachable and sad. I'm reachable because I'm here and I can reach out to myself, so I know I'm real. But maybe you're still not convinced that other me is real? As far as someone in a parallel universe is concerned, this universe doesn't even exist. How can you tell me that on this timeline right here, that one's not the correct one? Or that one's not the correct one? In fact, why is this the correct one? Why is our timeline the correct one? Well, short answer is it's not. I mean, I only drew this graph to look like that. The real one would probably be a lot more messy. I mean, you'd have arrows, 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 arrows. You get the point. Everything that we say is only relative to us. Our timeline that we live in and perceive in right now is only correct because we say it is. So, if there are really infinite many universes and you're even willing to entertain that idea, are you really going to say that we just happen to be the one out of, 9 to the 9999999, however many infinite many timelines there are, that just happens to be the real correct one? I don't think you can, but I'm always willing to hear you out. I should note a large axiom of this is that you're just willing to accept that it's possible, because at the end of the day, it's not like I can prove to you that there's this other universe. I'm telling you that based off me saying I believe it's possible, here's how it would work, and here's a little bit of theory to support it. If you don't believe that it's possible there's another universe, that all these timelines don't exist, that's perfectly okay, and you're honestly equally correct in saying that, because we have no hardcore solid evidence of this. So what you should take away from this is that multi-worlds theory is just that, a theory. And if you're like me, you probably believe it's real, and you believe that other me is sad and didn't win the bet, and that time is a crazy, confusing thing that we're only progressing forward in. But if you don't want to, that's perfectly fine. I hope you enjoyed.